So with episode 2 in the books now of Lanterns, it would seem that the game is afoot and it is time to find out who is the Manhunter. So how goes it, folks? Jolly Yellow talking to you. So here in episode 2 of Lanterns, we see Hal and John go their separate ways on account of Hal sending John to go retrieve his lantern battery, that is the power source that he uses to re-energize his own Green Lantern ring. They got to do it about once every 48 hours, or human 48 hours because it's intergalactic. But anyway, I thought for sure that a Green Lantern could summon their power battery to them at will. So I'm a little curious as to why Hal had him go and do that retrieval. Maybe it's more of the training that he has him going through. Who knows? But anyway, that sends them in two separate directions. Hal goes back to Rustville and he goes deeper into his investigation of what happened at the football field in episode 1, in which he actually grabs the bodies of the 4 people who were killed on the football stadium and actually takes them back to the stadium to go through what appears to be a metal detector. Come to find out, that's not a metal detector. That is some sort of alien life form detector, which is pretty advanced technology for Earth. But John, on the other hand, he goes back to retrieve Hal's battery and he manages to make some new friends. We'll just say it like that. And they brief him on a situation that's going on in Rustville, in which there is a manhunter present in the town somewhere, but they're not able to go in and, check it for themselves. So they asked John to go in and do that for them. So Hal and John end up coming back together. They exchange notes and everything. And now we've got some new information. They both pull sources from here and there, and we go back at it. The ending of the episode was actually pretty interesting because Hal ends up going back to Oa and he goes into a cell to speak to Sinestro. And for those of you who do not know yet, Sinestro is a very important figure in the Green Lantern mythos, but I'll leave that for another day. Now, as for the tidbits and other things going on in the episode, I believe we need to pay attention to that bird construct that John created, because initially Hal wanted John to put on the ring and fly, and when he attempted to fly, he conjured that bird construct, and Hal kind of gave him the assignment of keep the bird construct alive, keep your concentration active. If you lose concentration, the bird will deconstruct and you fail. Now, the thing to keep up with here with John is he was chased, kidnapped, beaten, tortured a little bit, and that bird construct held up. In fact, the bird construct even tried to help him fight once or twice, if you notice that. So we can clearly see that bird is a testament to the strength of John Stewart's will. He was able to maintain that concentration and keep that bird alive, and then the bird was able to act on its own to at least try to help John. It was a tiny bird, so it couldn't do but so much, but the fact that it tried to do something is something notable. So there's a lot going on here, and this is only episode 2. So yes, quite a bit going on here in this episode. Another thing of note is Zoe Macon randomly appears and meets John again. And in this follow-up conversation they have, they try to still set the record straight for the things that they did back in episode 1, where John lets her know, like, hey, if I'd known you were married, we wouldn't have done that. And she just smoothly replies, well, I am glad you did not know. So clearly she has some sort of interest in John, and John appears to have some interest in her, even though it's kind of mitigated by her being married, which they had a conversation about the marriage and everything like that. And I don't know, I still have some suspicion about her. It's just like, I don't think she's a regular person, but I also don't think she's the manhunter. And also, I think there's probably more than a single manhunter in that town by now. Because if you just go and check and look around like what was happening in the episode, Hal was going around town, and in episode 1, there was some little bit of hustle and bustle going around. I guess it's a small town, but there was still some life going on. When he went there in the next episode, he noticed, not much activity in the town because most of the town was in that town hall. But at the same time, he's walking around in the hospital and the place was almost empty. And it's like, why is there such a large hospital when almost no one is using it? He even points out some medical equipment that still look like fresh just out of the package and never been used before. So it's like, what's going on with this town? There is something definitely weird going on with it. Maybe that manhunter or manhunters, I think they've already taken over the town or something to that effect. Who knows? We also saw that the sheriff, she kind of laid out her backstory a little bit. Come to find out, she's actually from Gotham City, and with her being related to the Kane family, for those of you that don't know, Martha Wayne, aka Bruce Wayne's mother, Batman's mother, her maiden name was Kane. So we could almost maybe say that the sheriff here could possibly be related to Bruce Wayne on his mother's side. So it doesn't just matter what I think. What did you think? You, the watcher, the person watching this right now. What did you think of episode 2 of Lanterns? Are you invested? Are you slowly getting invested? Maybe this isn't your cup of tea and you're iffy and on the fence about it. Drop in your thoughts and feelings in the comments. We can always talk about it. You folks have a good one. Jolly Yellow out. See you in episode 3, and as always, keep exploring.